Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. So many of you know that I am a full-time guitar builder. This is what I do for a living. I have been doing this for a living for many years now, and but no doubt most of you know me from this channel, which is a guitar channel on YouTube. And that's cool too. I'm glad that you guys are watching the videos and enjoying the videos. So YouTube is a very diverse place, and by diverse I mean it's made up of a bunch of children and porno bots and people with severe cognitive disabilities who like to comment in the comment section that you'll see down below. I don't think that this video is going to be any different. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of snarky comments in this video, but I want to talk about three particular comments that I have been, people have often leave for me, and it's a way that I can tell if you have Cheeto fingers and are spending a lot of time in your parents' basement on guitar forums. In fact, I can tell just when anybody puts these comments in the comment section, I can tell that they spend way too much time dinking around on YouTube and farting around in guitar forums. So it is my opinion that the comment section on YouTube was originally intended for insightful opinions and constructive criticism, but has somehow morphed into only fans who spew all sorts of gibberish about guitar knowledge that of which they have none of. So, and we're going to talk about three of those things today. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. So these are all based on videos that I have made in the past. Some of them have been very well watched, and some of them have been videos that I've made that not very many people have watched except for the jerks who like to act tough on the internet. Okay, so let's dive right in. The first one is one that comes up often, and that is quarter sawn versus vertical grain. Now, guys, this is a semantic thing. I get it. But words have meaning. And I realize that in 2024, some words have less meaning than others, but words do have meaning. And elections do have consequences, etc., etc. And when you go to a specialty hardwood shop and you ask for something in particular, they may or may not be guitar makers. In fact, 9 times out of 10, they are not guitar makers. So if you ask for quarter sawn lumber at a specialty hardwood shop, it is very likely that they have some quarter sawn maple. But if you have a flat sawn board and you turn it on its side, that doesn't make it a piece of quarter sawn lumber. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's some proof. Here's a chunk of 2x4. Now, can we all agree that this is a flat sawn piece of lumber? If you turn it this way, the grain gets vertical, but it doesn't magically become quarter sawn. Quarter sawn is called quarter sawn. Flat sawn is called flat sawn. Riff sawn is called riff sawn, because they're all different ways of milling a log. So if this is a flat sawn board, which we can all agree that it is, rotating it 90 degrees doesn't automatically make it anything more than a vertically oriented piece of flat sawn lumber. This is not a piece of quarter sawn lumber. This is still a piece of flat sawn wood. Okay, so it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I probably shouldn't even bring it up, but I get it all the time, and people, what you want is vertically oriented wood. What you want to pay for may not be quarter sawn lumber. Okay, so anyway, there's a big difference between quarter sawn lumber in terms of cost versus a piece of flat sawn lumber that is oriented such that the grain is vertical in regards to, say, your neck and your fretboard being perpendicular to the grain lines. Okay, all right. The second one is that Lacquer was used because it allows the wood to breathe. I know, talk about something that if you, don't tell me you spend too much time on a forum, but say one thing that will let me know you spend way too much time on a guitar forum. That is it. Two things. One, wood doesn't have lungs, so it doesn't breathe, okay? Again, semantic discussion. Two, lacquer is a plastic. Now, it is, it might not be plastic like you think of your Star Wars toys at home, guys who are watching, but it is a plastic, and you cannot breathe through it, especially if you don't have lungs. But if you do have lungs, I have a mask right here, and the filters on this have been impregnated with nitrocellulose lacquer. By the way, there are two different kinds of lacquer. One is acrylic and one is nitrocellulose at the very, very least. Okay, there might be more. I don't know. But for guitar builders, there's nitrocellulose and acrylic lacquer. So if you just say nitro, I automatically know you spend way too much time on a guitar form. Anyway, I have a mask here, and the filters have been soaked with nitrocellulose lacquer. If you can wear this mask for 10 minutes, I will give you $1,000. Okay? I guarantee you that you'll be pulling this off faster than your mom pulls off her dress on a Friday night. Okay. All right. Finally, I did a video a while back about this tool from Stuart McDonald. And it is a gauge that this gauge goes over your frets and allows you to push down on a string in particular and find the distance from the bottom of the string to the top of the fret using this little gauge here. And you can set it, this is a digital gauge, so you can, for those of you who are in across the pond, you can set it in millimeters, because I don't work in millimeters. And for everybody else in America, we can use the inch one. Or if you work on millimeters and you live in America, you can use the metric one. I don't care. I have recommended this over feeler gauges for many, many months now. And I have a video about why you should use this instead of feeler gauges. And I get a lot of people who say things like, some guy in wherever I live uses feeler gauges, and he does more setup work than you do in a month than you do in your entire life. I kind of doubt that, but okay. Or here's one: some guy at Gibson uses feeler gauges. Enough said. Okay, yeah, that's totally cool. But the fact of the matter is that if you assume that everybody who uses feeler gauges to set the action on their from the bottom of their strings to the top of their frets is as good as some dude in wherever you live who does more setup work in a month than I do in my entire life, or some guy at Gibson who's a master luthier, they're all that good, you got another thing coming. So strings are designed to move on the guitar. They are designed to move from the resting position and be pressed down to the fret. That's kind of how they work. Feeler gauges are designed to measure the distance between two mostly immovable objects. So I use feeler gauges all the time. I use them when I am checking the bolt gap on my fully Form 1 ATF approved short barrel rifle right here, just like this one. And so I use feeler gauges to check the bolt gap on that. But I don't use it when I'm doing guitar setups. Okay. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If nothing else, it allowed me to get some stuff off my chest, which I really do appreciate. Because I read everybody's comments, but I only comment back in the first 24 hours, maybe not even that long. If you post something racist, I generally block you. So yeah, don't use the N word. If you're really, really crappy, I usually leave that up because I want everybody who's not really, really crappy to see what kind of a crappy person you are. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your weekend. This is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, maybe you should get off the comment section and start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great week, everybody.